morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic video. Today is going to be a little bit different. Today we're going to be ultimately covering the new trailer for Days Gone. This is the new E3 2017 stage demo. It's fantastic. I'm not going to lie. First and foremost, it is fantastic. But before we get into talking about Days Gone, I want to do a quick little E3 rant and ramble. So go ahead, ultimately enjoy the B-roll. It's the new trailer from E3 2017. But before we get into some details about Days Gone and some pretty interesting things that I noticed during the demo that I wanted to quickly talk about. So, without further ado, my rant. E3 this year was slightly disappointing, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and justify Nintendo and Microsoft. They had fantastic conferences, okay? They had fantastic conferences. Nintendo smashed it out of the park with all the exclusives and all the new titles coming out. I'm so tempted to finally get a Switch. Everybody keeps telling me to get a Switch, but Super Smash Brothers. I mean, that'll be my selling point right there. I did not see that. Moving on over to Microsoft. Had a really, really good show. Great start, great finish, new console. Not a whole lot going for it right now, as in, exclusives and titles, but nonetheless, great show. Moving on to my rant. Sony, what the hell did you guys do? You literally had the opportunity of a lifetime to just propel your franchise and your console so much even far forward, but you didn't. You didn't do any of the sort. You didn't do any of that. What you did is you had an hour-long trailer B-roll, and that was it. There were no developers coming out and breaking up the games in between and talking about this and talking about that and introducing this and segueing into that. There was none of it. Frankly, I was disappointed. I like interaction, okay? I like interaction. Your conference might as well have been a juvenile edited trailer B-roll. That was it. That's all you did. You just took all of your trailers and you smashed them all together. Very disappointed. So, now that we got all the rant out of the way, first and foremost, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I really wanted to get that off my chest. Sony press conference, frankly, disappointed me. Now, moving on to Days Gone. Today's information is coming to you guys from Polygon.com. They did a fantastic synopsis of what we consumed, what we took in. So as far as Days Gone, the open world action adventure from Sony Bend that was announced at PlayStation's E3 conference last year, got another big close-up to lead off this year's a nearly 5-minute demonstration of a mission showcasing many of its features it's said to have. Now, Days Gone follows a motorcycle club officer, Deacon St. John, as he battles to survive in the Pacific Northwest wilderness following a zombie pandemic. Zombies in this case are called freakers. And that's what we're going to be talking about here in just a little bit. Something I noticed about the freakers coming up at the 5-minute mark. Now, this segment, shown in a multiple game cold open for Sony's E3 keynote, follows Deacon on a backcountry ride at night to save a friend. The game's day-night cycle affects the difficulty, with undead enemies stronger at night and weaker during the day. Variable weather is also a part of Days Gone. Variable weather also affects the game. Now, Deacon comes upon this outpost of a camp of hostile survivors and marauders and uses stealth to sneak past them, placing a bear trap to snag one of them and create a diversion. That sets off the zombie horde, called Freakers, upon the camp, and all the Freakers clear out the way for Deacon, and after finding his comrade in the minicamp, he dynamites the wall, letting the horde in and rescuing his friend out of the aftermath, not only until we saw an infected Freaker bear. That was awesome. That thing stood like 10 feet tall, with barbed wire hanging onto it like it's been barreling through buildings at no will. You know what I mean? I mean, the Freaker has taken it over. So, approaching this mark, this is what we're going to be talking about. Something that I noticed with the Freakers. I don't think they're so mindless, okay? I don't think they're as mindless as I've been led to believe. Okay, so the video's almost over. Fantastic. But yes, they're freakers. There's something I noticed immediately when he sneaks up and over, and he sneaks down the hill, and the two freakers are fighting over the body. And what I noticed was one of them established dominance, and the other one became submissive. Now, this is something that we've never, ever have seen in a zombie game and or movie. No, I take that loss. I take that back. There was one zombie movie where they could think for themselves, and you had that giant 7-foot-tall zombie who carried the machine gun. What was that called? Day of the Law. Hell, I don't remember. Point is, I haven't seen anything since then. These freakers can actually think. They're not so mindless and dumb. They can think for themselves, and you see one of them establish his dominance over the corpse, and the other one becomes submissive. I thought that was really interesting. Alright, so that'll do it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the indicator of the upward thumb. It always motivates me to pump out some more content. I'll see you guys in the next video.